Hello and welcome to Brandverse. I'm Shibani Gharat. In this episode, we will first take a look at the big winners at the Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity. Now, this year, the global stage witnessed a dramatic shift in how brands interact with the public. We saw absolute pinnacle of imagination where tech giants like Google, DeepMind and Anthropic proved that AI can be both highly functional and deeply human. We watched heritage brands like Adidas infiltrate culture by capturing chaotic energy of massive music fandoms, and we saw everyday commerce completely rewritten, from painting digital barcodes into live football pitches to changing the lock sounds of rental cars to mimic local wildlife. From historic first ever Grand Prix breakthroughs for nations like Kenya and Greece to masterclasses in minimalistic print design, these campaigns didn't just capture attention, they changed how businesses operate and how communities protect one another. Here is a look at some definitive boundary-pushing ideas that took home the festival's highest honors. First up, of course, the titaniums and the special Grand Prix went to Suncorp Insurance Heaven, in fact, created by Leo Australia, which is their Sydney-based agency. Now, instead of relying entirely on standard marketing to sell disaster insurance, Suncorp fundamentally shifted its business structure to build weather-resistant community infrastructure. The Haven system engineered public storm shelters that, in fact, function as localized safety hubs during Australian bushfires and cyclones, effectively reducing real-world insurance risk while proving that brand protection can manifest as physical life-saving architecture. And then the Grand Prix for Good went to Commando Con Venezuela's 600K network. Rainbow Lobster Commando Con Venezuela created this campaign. Now facing severe political suppression and election monitoring challenges during the Venezuelan election, the coalition launched a decentralized web tool built entirely around a simple QR code mechanism. Over 6 lakh, that is 600K everyday citizens, scanned their localized physical paper voting slips at polling stations, building a real-time tamper-proof community verification network that successfully exposed mass electoral fraud. Creative Brand of the Year, in fact, this time round went to ABN Bev. ABN Bev Creativity at Scale Luen. The campaign, this special honor was in fact awarded to ABN Bev for establishing a highly disciplined, repeatable internal framework that pairs corporate data with aggressive creative freedom across its entire portfolio of global beverage brands, showcasing that creative risk can be manufactured predictably across massive scale. Now, online agricultural marketplace WikiFarmer won the Creative Business Transformation Grand Prix at the Cannes Lions 2026 for its campaign, The Wedding Rice. The initiative addressed the traditional practice of throwing rice at weddings in Greece, where thousands of ceremonies each year result in significant quantities of edible rice being discarded. Instead of using commercially sold rice, the campaign repurposed the non-commercial rice rejected under the market standards and made it available for wedding ceremonies through WikiFarmer's platform. Developed by McCann World Group Greece, Athens, and the first agriculture cooperative of rice producers of Chalastra, the initiative combined agriculture waste reduction with an existing cultural tradition. Next up, 3 words created by Publicis Conseil Paris for insurer AXA won the Creative Effectiveness Grand Prix at the Cannes Lions 2026. The campaign centered on addition of words and domestic violence to AXA's home insurance relocation clause, allowing policyholders experiencing domestic abuse to leave their homes without financial penalties. By making a small change to an existing insurance policy, the campaign highlighted how brands can address a social issue through changes to their core services rather than through communications alone. Moving on, next up we have Heineken's The Pub That Refused to Die won the Creative Strategy Grand Prix at the Cannes Lion 2026. Created by Le Pub Milan in partnership with Publicis Dublin, the campaign documented how residents of Killy, Ireland came together to purchase and preserve their local pub. It also provided resources and training designed to help other rural communities facing similar challenges. The work was recognized for combining community-led action with a long-term strategic approach beyond traditional advertising. Next up, we have Expedition Impossible. Columbia Sportswear Expedition Impossible won the Brand Experience and Activation Grand Prix and Bronze Lion, along with Bronze Lion in the Creative Strategy at the Cannes Lion 2026. Created by Adam and Eve TBW, campaign used a humorous challenge to flat earthers to test the durability of brands' outdoor gear. By turning a product demonstration into a cultural conversation, the campaign combined humor with experiential storytelling to showcase the performance of its equipment. And then the Lucky Fan Index. The Lucky Fan Index won the Creative Commerce Grand Prix at Cannes Lions 2026. Created by VML Poland for Wisla Krakow FC, the campaign used digital platform to calculate supporters' individual luck scores based on historical match attendance and in-game events. By drawing on a fan superstition and encouraging greater match attendance, the campaign connected supporter engagement with clubs' commercial objectives through an interactive, data-driven experience. Then we speak about the Supernova Adaptive that won the Innovation Grand Prix at Cannes Lion 2026. Created by TBWA Canada Toronto for Adidas, the campaign introduced a performance running shoe developed in collaboration with the Down syndrome community. The project was informed by research and extensive wear testing to address footwear fit and accessibility challenges. Recognized in the innovation category, the work highlighted an inclusive product design approach shaped by input from athletes and members of the disability community. Here is the ad that you can take a look at. Now, next up, we have one of the most watched ads that won a film Grand Prix in this dark comic Grand Prix winning campaign for Anthropic's AI assistant Claude. It acts as a sharp piece of corporate aikido, in fact, aimed directly at the tech competitors. Launched during the 2026 Super Bowl, the film satirizes rivals like OpenAI, who announced plans to integrate commercial ads into user chat feeds. By personifying, in fact, the AI experience in human form, the spots now show an assistant answering vulnerable everyday human queries about fitness goals, about family, about relationships, only to awkwardly interrupt the answers with a jarring, invasive commercial promotions. Through this razor-sharp parody, the mother London successfully positioned Claude as a premium clutter-free alternative that pledges to keep user tools completely free of ads. And then we speak about the Glass Lion. Now, the Glass Lion went to Art Plan Sao Paulo that won this award for its project Nigrum Corpus, created for Idiom and Instituto Ducas. In fact, the campaign tackles systematic racism in heart care. In fact, Brazil won this. Over half population in Brazil is black, yet medical training often ignores black bodies, leading to massive disparity in care. Nigrum Corpus addresses this by creating a new medical textbook that treats racism as a systemic disease. Festival judges praised the project as groundbreaking, noting its potential to scale globally and save millions of lives. And then a Kenyan creative agency just made history at Cannes Lions Festival, winning the country's first ever Grand Prix award for an unusual initiative, paid sick leave for cows. The groundbreaking campaign by Nairobi's The Partnership Agency addresses a major public health crisis. In Kenya, one of the 4 milk sample contains dangerous level of antibiotics. In fact, this happens because smallholder dairy farmers cannot afford to lose income during these days of these days when a cow is sick and on medication. To solve this, dairy brand Too Good stepped in with a brilliant solution. Through a simple WhatsApp system, they compensated farmers for their lost income, ensuring contaminated milk stayed out of the food supply. The global jury praised the project for creating systemic, real-world change. Next up, we have Warmer Together that features, in fact, Hollywood superstars. Warmer Together, which is created by Montclair by Maltese agency We Say Hi, won the Grand Prix in the luxury category at the Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity. Now, the campaign marked Montclair's Autumn-Winter 2025 collection by featuring longtime friends Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in black and white film photographed by Platin. In fact, drawing on their first on-screen scene together in Heat and their early connection at the New York Theatre School, the campaign used two chairs as a recurring visual motif. Let's take a look at that. Now, from the global stage of creativity to the moment of introspection for Indian advertising, India wrapped up its Cannes Lions 2026 campaign with just 5 lions, its weakest performance in nearly a decade, and failed to win any medal in the final 3 days of the festival. The result have sparked a wider conversation about the industry's creative direction, award strategy, and what it will take for India to reclaim its standing on the world stage. On that note, it is time for us to take a short break. You don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.